Hello and welcome. I'm Philip Brossard, and here's what happened this week. A man in Taichung is celebrating his victory over cancer after doctors used a new experimental treatment. The expensive therapy worked after traditional chemotherapy failed. Eric Gao has the story.
For this 71-year-old retired schoolteacher, life is sweet. After a year-long battle, Mr. Tsai's cancer has been eliminated. But the process has been no cakewalk. After a year of unsuccessful treatment for lymphoma, doctors decided to try an experimental approach, CAR T-cell therapy.
这个相当于让 T 细胞本来好像近视看不到癌细胞，给它加上个眼镜上去，让这个 T 细胞可以去看到、去辨识癌细胞，然后去攻击癌细胞。
Mr. Tsai's lymphoma was eliminated after just 2 weeks of therapy, but the treatment came with a hefty price tag. It involved shipping Mr. Tsai's T cells, a type of white blood cell, to Switzerland and cost about $400,000 US. Fortunately, Mr. Tsai's family had his back.
太太要帮忙，还有2个儿子帮忙，还要加上我的退休储蓄金，才有办法。
Doctors say this new therapy is safe and effective and available at 3 hospitals in Taiwan. But the high cost may prove too expensive for some people. Mr. Tsai is grateful his family were able to pay, and he knows how he's going to celebrate his new lease on life.
当然要带太太去游山玩水。
Eason Chen, Bryn Thomas, and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
Waste not, want not. Taiwan's state-owned aerospace company has teamed up with florists to produce eye-catching installation art. Their materials, scrap that was originally destined for the incinerator. Jeremy Olivier has more.
One person's trash, another's treasure. Building airplanes is a very precise business, but it produces a lot of waste materials, much of which gets incinerated. Taiwan's Aerospace Industrial Development Corporation knows this all too well. The state-owned company develops parts for many of the country's commercial and military aircraft. Recently, it partnered with 10 local florists to turn scrap materials from its production process into elaborate works of art. The pieces combine the scraps with chunks of camphor wood and dragon juniper, as well as fallen leaves. Their unique designs have caught the eye of local residents.
那材料分开看的话，其实是蛮冲突的。要把它设计成一个地景装置艺术的话，其实是没有违和感。我觉得不错耶，很创新。
很创新，这个有点超出大部分的装置艺术的想象。
These installations are a reminder that, with a little imagination, even what we think of as waste can be given new life and meaning. Andy Xue and Jeremy Olivier for TaiwanPlus.
An indigenous group in southern Taiwan has rescued an endangered Formosan black bear. For the first time, their efforts have been rewarded under conservation measures. Sally Jensen reports.
Worth its weight in gold. Taiwan's Formosan black bear is one of the country's most recognizable native species. But there are only a few hundred of them left in Taiwan. Those that survive can be found in remote areas which are often home to the country's indigenous groups. One danger the bear's face is traps used for hunting other animals. That's what injured this particular bear. Fortunately, a local indigenous group reported the bear's plight to the Forestry Bureau, who sent a team to assist. They had to amputate the bear's paw to save its life. It's now doing well and will be released back into the wild.
要野放的话，我们会请专家学者来做一个评估。那在野放之前，我们也会训练它攀爬的能力。
Authorities hope they'll be able to help more bears with a policy that offers financial rewards to anyone who reports an injured black bear. Anywhere between $65 to $325 US are up for grabs.
不小心误捕误伤，保育类的野生动物，大家也不要太过于紧张。只要你不是刻意的，那就立即通报我们，那也来协助救援。那在这个部分，就不用担心会被救着。
Hunting with traps is a long-held cultural tradition among some of Taiwan's indigenous peoples. This group from the Ligawan people is the first to be compensated for helping save this bear's life. Their success shows the importance of their role in conservation too. Andy Xue and Sally Jensen for TaiwanPlus.
An indigenous village has developed a new signature liquor with help from a local university. The drink is a marriage between innovative techniques and village history. John Van Trieste has this story.
From out of a bamboo tube comes a surprise: freshly flavored liquor. The indigenous Bunun people of this village have begun pouring sorghum liquor, or gaoliang, into the hollow stalks of living bamboo through holes drilled in the side. There, the liquor matures for a week, much like whiskey in a barrel, taking on the flavor of bamboo as it ages. The marriage of bamboo and liquor is no accident. Drinking homebrewed alcohol is a part of local culture, and bamboo was once key to the economy in this part of southeast Taiwan. The bamboo groves around the village still grow tall. The idea is to create a new product with a distinctive local character.
那因为竹产业没落之后，那希望在地方创生或者是创意发展的时候，就想到酒跟竹子是一个很好的发想这样。
This creation is the result of much trial and error, plus input from village elders and the local National Taidong University.
希望透过了这一次竹高青的一个发表，那么让我们武陵部落的竹产业能够复振。
Tourists seem to enjoy the drink. With some clever marketing, it could just be the birth of a new regional specialty. Klein Wang and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Researchers in Taiwan have found that some Oolong tea varieties contain a compound that could help treat Parkinson's disease. Yujing Wang has this report.
Having difficulty climbing down, this mouse has Parkinson's disease, but the same mouse performs much better after being fed tea ghrelin, a compound found in certain oolong teas. Researchers at Zhongxin University say they've proven that tea ghrelin can fix damaged brain cells, so they see it as a possible treatment for Parkinson's.
这个茶激素服用之后，它就让它的坏掉的粒线体，它会把它剔除，然后再重新合成新的好的这个粒线体，就对脑神经的这个功能有保护。
Protecting brain cells is not the only benefit that researchers found in tea ghrelin. The compound also helped a mouse that suffers from muscle loss syndrome, sarcopenia, to synthesize muscles. The research team also looked into a type of fermented tea, pu'er, and found that its compound, strychnine, can fight against viruses and reduce inflammation.
研究成果呢，大大的提升了国内呢茶产业的一个应用。
But not all teas have the beneficial compounds. Tea ghrelin is only found in Qinxin, Sijichun, and Cuiyu oolong tea. The researchers suggest that Taiwan build a tea database, so people who want to get a health boost by drinking tea can have a reliable source. Zhang Su and Yujing Huang for TaiwanPlus.
Junior divers in southern Taiwan have been practicing without a pool. Diving is an overlooked sport in the country with few breakout stars. As Joyce Sung reports, many challenges lie ahead for those looking to make a splash.
Diving into crash mats. Though a common training tool, it's been the only way to practice for these junior divers in southern Taiwan's Kaohsiung City. They are preparing to compete in June. Only 3 cities in the country have public pools deep enough for divers. This Kaohsiung pool is the only one in the southern region, but it's been under renovation since last year, and problems keep cropping up, delaying the pool's reopening.
结构问题又必须最快要到12月，其实这样的一拖再拖，都造成包括游泳选手、跳水选手在训练上面的这个权益都会受到影响。
Diving rosters are often much smaller than those of other aquatic sports, like swimming. In the U.S., college leagues combine the two to save costs, even though they have different scoring methods and goals. In the professional world, diving is dominated by China and the United States, and at international meets, Taiwan's divers often don't make the cut to compete. But there have been a couple breakout stars over the years, like 1996 Olympics qualifier Zhuang Hongbin and the 2000 Olympics semifinalist Xie Peihua. Both are from Kaohsiung, giving the city some motivation to invest in the sport.
运发局本于支持我们高雄的这些体育团队，那么我们运发局也会来筹措一些相关的经费来补助。
As the city hopes to find new stars, plenty of hurdles lie ahead. Despite having run-down facilities and no pool to train in, these budding divers diligently get on with practice, going through the motions while waiting for a proper training site. James Lin and Joyce Zen for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's university athletes are working hard to prepare for the upcoming Asian Games in China. John Van Trieste has this story as well.
2.25 meters, a new record. On this track field in Taoyuan, high jumper Fu Jiaoxuan has earned his ticket to this year's Asian Games. It's a grand finale to days of qualifiers focused on student athletes, the National Intercollegiate Athletic Games. Fu is one of 32 who will represent Taiwan in track and field events.
第三次试跳，
过！除了正选达标的选手之外，我们还可以再征召其他的那些100跟400的选手来组成一个接力队。所以目前我们的选手是超过30位了。
And it's not just track and field. Over the past 2 weeks, venues across Taiwan have hosted qualifiers in 20 different sports. Now that they're all wrapped up, it's time to focus on the next prize, a medal at the Asian Games. This year's event will take place in September and October in Hangzhou, China, after a long delay due to the COVID-19 pandemic. For some, like high jumper Fu Jiaoxuan, though, it's been satisfying just to qualify.
太漂亮了！很感动啊，就是因为卡了2年多啊，2年多之间就是有怀疑自己很多，就是被别人讲话或是什么，就是开始怀疑自己。但我有很多学长啊，还有朋友，就是会在旁边支持我，就说你本来就可以了。今天我觉得我证明了。
Now, months of hard training lie ahead for Fu and the other athletes as they prepare to go head-to-head with an entire continent. John Su and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Taipei is gearing up for its annual arts festival. The event aims to give young local artists a space to showcase their creativity. Our reporter Yu Jing Huang brings us an early look.
Soothing therapeutic music. This ensemble is playing for a very special audience. It's not the humans in the seats, it's the house plants sitting around the musicians.
我们刚刚就在看到底那个植物它有没有反应的。这个给植物的音乐会，它其实在正式演出的时候是在我们的顶楼的12楼。然后呢，是每一个买票的观众，其实你不是给你自己买票，你要为你家里的一份植物买这个票，然后陪他一起来看表演。
The experimental performance, Concert for Plants, is part of this year's Taipei Arts Festival. The theme of the event is dancing ecosystems. By showcasing works like this, the organizers hope to challenge the audience to rethink people's relationships with the world around them, especially as human activity resumes after the COVID-19 pandemic.
我们所谓的我们人类在这个我们大环境当中的定位，我们是不是可以重新思考一下我们跟我们生活的周遭的这些万物之间的关系？
To spark this re-examination, organizers didn't just select works about nature and sustainability, but also performances that touch on geopolitics. Speak Hong Kong is a drama that uses poems to describe the island's 200-year history. Hong Kong poet Liao Weitang was inspired by the umbrella protest movement. The play has been censored in Hong Kong, so the Taipei Arts Festival is a rare space for its voice.
这次在台北书节当中，我们有许多的节目是在讨论，从生态的角度讨论到社群跟地方跟南方，都是在一个重新我们把地方志的方式，透过艺术家的眼光来重新思考人跟地方的历史和文化和社会处境的关系。
The festival includes works by both local and international artists. It's also an opportunity for Taiwan to have a dialogue with the world, to see how sustainability and environment are tackled in art from elsewhere. The festival will host 20 performances and will take place in Taipei from August to October. Rick Yi and Yu Jing Huang for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching. Here's what happened. Finally, we leave you with images from Sotheby's New York Spring Auction, including masterpieces from artists such as Van Gogh, Picasso, and Klimt. I'm Philip Brossard. Take care and see you next week.